What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. We are in round 2 of the Full Metal Geek tournament, and for once, I am not by myself. That's good, because at least I won't be making all the mistakes. I got my boy, Mr. Jay Burns here. Jay, how you doing?
What's up, buddy? You know what? I'm doing wonderful. I can't wait to see you make all these mistakes. Like I said before we went live, I will be roasting you throughout. It is fine. I can't wait to see these two play. Yeah.
No, yeah, this is a very interesting matchup we have here. We have the number 4 ranked Thomas Scully taking on the number 12 ranked Eli McCaig. Eli upsetting the number 5 seed in Ryan Payne. And I'm telling you, man, if you were there at that match, you would see Eli's hungry, man. Eli took that first win as a sign that he's ready to finally make a run in this league. But now he's hit a wall. He's hit a wall on Thomas Scully. Thomas Scully has been the number 1 contender before. Thomas Scully has beaten some of the best here. Thomas Scully has also been waiting a long time to make another run at that belt. So this is going to be very interesting to see who's hungrier. Let's see if we can find out real quick as we talk to them. First, we start with our higher-ranked competitor. That is Mr. Thomas Scully and his representation, another round 2 person in Mr. Caleb Coho. Thomas, welcome back. Round 2. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Had a nice match against Tim Smith last time. I know Tim might not have been taking all that seriously. But still, it was a nice match to get back into the swing of things, get my accuracy up there a bit. But that win felt good. But now Eli's hungry. I've known Eli for a couple years now. He's one of the nicest guys I know. But you know what? He's hungry. He's hungry, and he's talking shit, which kind of brings the fire in me a little bit, because he's talking shit to a guy who has helped him, reach higher heights in the past, who has given him a spot in things before. It's nice to see him doing really well again. I was so hyped to hear that he had beaten Ryan. But you know what? He decides to take it a little one step too far, and I gotta put you down, buddy.
Look, Eli has played tournaments before. He's gone on runs before, and every time I've been the one that stopped him. Season 1 fandom, Season 3 fandom. I am the wall that blocks Eli, and Scully is here to be the wall today. I'm here with Scully. Scully is better than everyone in this tournament. We're coming for that belt, and it's going to be ours at the end of this year. So Eli can be hungry, but just never forget, I'm the roadblock in your way every time, and that's what we're going to do today.
All right, well, good luck to y'all, gentlemen. Some heated words from those competitors as now we talk to Eli. Mr. Eli, welcome back, sir, after your triumphant win over Mr. Ryan Payne. How are you feeling up tonight going up against the number 4?
I mean, I'm hungry, as you said, as Thomas said, and Thomas is talking about how I'm talking shit about Nico. Of course I am, because right before doing the tournament breakdown, Nico was looking down upon me. This is someone who has always had my back. Nico has always been in my corner, and then suddenly, this one time against Ryan, he decides to throw me under the bus. No, I ain't having that. I've had many people throw me on the bus before, and I'm not going to stand by that. So what did I do? I proved Nico wrong. I said, hey, Nico, screw you. I beat Ryan. I even had a perfect round number 1. Can Nico say that? No. Here's another question. Can Nico say that he has ever been able to successfully test into the roster without having to be given a gimme? No, Nico can't say that. I've been able to test into the roster every single season. That's how much better I am than Nico. But you know what? We'll just move on from that right now. And to what Coho said, Eli, I am always your brick wall. I have been stopping you. Season 1 fandom tournament, Season 3 fandom tournament. Well, guess what, Coho? You weren't the wall that blocked me Season 2. In fact, let me think of it. Oh, right. In the Season 2 fandom fights tournament, you got beat in round 1. So if you want to talk about always being my wall, close the mouth. Look, I'm hungry. I really want to beat Scully, and I'm going to make sure that I do beat Scully. And if I don't win, that's all right, because I'm going to be back next season definitively. So, look, enough talk. Let's just get into the match.
Okay, some harsh words for Nico and Caleb there, but this is actually your opponent for tonight. Let's not forget about Thomas. We're gonna go ahead and get this started, gentlemen, with round number one. Round number one works like this: each of you are gonna get 10 questions from throughout the world of Geek. Each question is worth 1 point. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal it and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect, there is a bonus question available at the end. Keep in mind, gentlemen, for the entire match, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge available to you. With that being said, Thomas, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Eli, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this. I want to shut Nico up again.
Okay, well then we're going to get started, gentlemen. Round number one, question number one is going to come in the category of Star Trek. Shinzon, the Praetor in Star Trek Nemesis, is a clone of whom? I almost screwed up already on the first question, but I did it.
Prater. So, I mean, you did.
Oh, okay. Well, then I screwed up. Then, okay, that's already one. I don't know, man. I don't watch Star Trek. That's why I don't play anymore. This is why we don't.
Have you ever been cloned, Eli? Have you ever been cloned, RJ?
Like one time? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I murdered him. All right, pins down, and we start with Thomas.
Jean-Luc Picard.
And Eli.
I simply said Picard.
Picard is also acceptable. Both correct. 1-1. All right, gentlemen, your second question comes in the realm of MCU. Name the race of creatures led by Loki that attack New York City in the Avengers.
I don't know how
I would make a joke about attacks on New York City, but the East Coast has been under way too much in the last week, so I'm just going to step away from that.
That's kind of what I'm feeling, too. I was going to make a joke about New York being attacked, but I was like, maybe not. Maybe another time.
Never forget.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We start with Eli.
Chitauri.
And Thomas.
Chitauri.
Both correct. All right, gentlemen. Your next question, question number 3, comes in the categories of heroes and villains. Heroes and villains. What Ninja Turtles movie features a duo of villains that are a mutated wolf and snapping turtle known as Toka and Razar? Probably my favorite Ninja Turtle movie. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, there's a very catchy moment by somebody I don't like talking about in this movie. So I get it.
And you know what? Mine has nothing to do with that. That's just like a cherry on top. Like,
is it okay if we abbreviate like the title?
That is fine. That is fine.
Okay.
5, 4.
I mean,
3,
maybe a portion of it.
2,
Well, yeah.
All right. We start with Scully.
TMNT 2.
And Eli.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. I can only accept
Secret
Eli's
of the
answer
Ooze.
because there are 2 Ninja Turtles 2s.
Yeah,
Secret of
it's
the
cool.
Ooze is the one we were looking for.
It's cool. That was a brain fart.
So, nope, it was all right. So with that, Eli does go up by 1 point, 3-2, as we get into the next question. Jay.
Question number 4, y'all, in the wizarding world. How did Barty Crouch Jr. stay disguised as Mad-Eye Moody in Goblet of Fire?
Jay, I got to ask, would you at least throw your name into the goblet? Like if you went to any of the schools?
Bro, I would put my name in like 15 times, at least. I was gonna ask if you've ever disguised. I was gonna ask if you ever disguised yourself. I have been known as 3 midgets in a trench coat at least once for Halloween, so like that's what I'm curious about.
I don't really. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, I've never been in disguise. I'm just gonna say it. Eli, your answer.
Drinking Polyjuice potion.
And Thomas.
Polyjuice potion.
Both correct. All right, gentlemen, your 5th question. This is kind of the category of Worlds of DC or the DCEU. Who throws the kryptonite spear into a pool of water in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice? I put the whole title in there because I felt like it.
Have you ever V'd anybody?
That could mean a lot of things. So I'm going to say no because I don't need people knowing my personal business.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for.
Really? Because I'll give you the real answer. I mean,
That is the response we were looking for.
oh, okay. Because I was going to say 3 times yes, twice no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Thomas
Lois Lane.
and Eli.
LL Lois Lane.
Both correct.
All right, guys. Your 6th category is Star Wars. What is the name of the creature that Jabba attempted to feed Chewbacca, Han, and Luke to in Return of the Jedi? This one's just too easy to make a joke about, so I'm gonna opt to not do that.
All I'm saying is apparently this creature isn't all that because Mandalorian kind of showed that, like, hey, you know,
He gets out for 20 years and then he goes right back in. Like, it's in the it's in the comics.
and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, we'll see if his series makes it canon. And we start with Eli
Sarlacc.
and Thomas.
Sarlacc.
Both correct. All right, gentlemen, your next question, question number 7, comes in the category of DCs. This is DC outside of the DCEU. In Batman and Robin, how does Mr. Freeze bust a hole in the side of his cell to escape Arkham? I like this movie.
I like this character, but not for this. Heart of Ice made him one of my favorite characters.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Thomas.
Said he freezes the wall and shatters it.
Eli.
I said he freezes the pipes.
Freezes the pipes is what we are looking for. It is specifically the pipes. He freezes them, which causes them to explode. Eli does gain that point right there. Now taking a 2-point lead as we get into the next question. Jay.
All right, y'all. This is your 8th question. The category is Middle Earth. At the start of Battle of the 5 Armies, the company suspects Smaug is dead because what type of bird returns to Erebor?
I like this question.
I just like saying the word Smaug.
I like saying Erebor.
I'm pretty fond of ravens, just not the football team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luckily, nobody else caught that. But Eli, did you need Jay's little mix-up right there, or do you have the answer?
No, I just said a dove.
And Thomas.
I wrote it down before he said it. It's Raven.
Yes,
did.
I know you did, so don't worry about it. That is correct. Now a 1-point game, and now I get to make fun of Jay the rest of the night.
Oh, of course you do. I had
All right.
to give you that one.
All right, gentlemen, your penultimate question is in the category of Marvel. This is Marvel outside of the MCU. Which Marvel sequel features a scene where the group of heroes save the London Eye from collapsing into a river?
And I will take full responsibility for that. It's still not as bad as Air Bud, though.
I feel like there's a worse one somewhere in history. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Thomas
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
and Eli.
I just said Fantastic Four. Because I think I misheard the question.
Nope, that is okay. But it is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Scully gets that point, tying the game now as we get into the last question. Jay, give it to him.
Most definitely. Your last question, y'all, comes in the realm of everybody's favorite category, mixed bags. What '90s comic book movie features performances by Treat Williams, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Kirsty Swanson?
All I can say to that question is, ouch. Ouch.
That's what I would say to Catherine Zeta-Jones in the '90s. Yes, I have watched the Zorro films.
Ouch. That is good stuff. That is good, clean, wholesome family fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Eli
The Phantom?
and Thomas.
I also said the Phantom.
And you would both be correct. It was the Phantom. All right. So at the end of that round, it went a little bit back and forth, but we have a tie game, 8-8, as we get into round number 2. Gentlemen, round number 2 will work like this. Each of you will now receive. Oh, you're not going to receive anything yet because I got to bring up the wheel first. But once I do, that wheel has 10 slices on it. There's 8 categories and hero and villain's pick. You'll each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on, you will get 5 questions, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, the value goes down to 1. You are allowed 1 respin unless you land on villain's pick. And keep in mind, gentlemen, there is stealing in this round. Now, since it is a tie game, Thomas, you have done enough to make sure that you get to make the choices now. So we bring in your representation. We will show you guys the wheel, and then you can decide whether you'd like to go first or second. Gentlemen, the categories for this evening are going to be mixed bag, DC, Star Trek, MCU, Marvel, Worlds of DC, Star Wars, and quotes. So, Thomas, hearing all those categories, would you like to spin first or defer?
I said second.
Yeah, we're going to let Eli go first.
Yeah, we'll go second.
So this will be Eli's spin, and that spin is away. And it's Hero's pick. Eli, did you need a reminder of the categories, or do you know which you'd like to take?
I'm taking Worlds of DC.
All right, Worlds of DC it is. Jay, whenever you are ready, start giving the questions. Gentlemen, make sure your hands are visible at all times during this round, backstage as well.
All right, Eli, if you're ready, I got your first question lined up for you in Worlds of DC, bud.
All right.
Your first question for 2 points. What is the name of the smuggler that helps Diana, Steve, and others get into Belgium in Wonder Woman?
Chief.
That's correct for 2 points.
Your second question. What drink does Tom make for Atlanta at the start of Aquaman?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Your multiple choice options are A, tea, B, coffee, C, hot chocolate, or D, eggnog.
Tea.
That's correct for 1 point.
Your third question. Where was Billy when he was separated from his mom as a kid in Shazam?
He was at the carnival, the fair.
That is correct for 2 points. We will accept it.
Your fourth question. What is rumored to be encoded into the Bertinelli diamond in Birds of Prey?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, encrypted passwords, B, bank account details, C, coordinates to a treasure, or D, the will of the grandfather?
Bank account details.
That's correct for 1 point.
And your last question. Damn, I missed penultimate. In Batman versus Superman, it is revealed that Batman has been doing what to criminals he catches?
Branding them.
2 points right there. Eli clean sweeping, only having to go multiple a couple times. It is now 16-8 as we get into Mr. Scully's spin. We will bring back up the wheel. And Mr. Scully, your spin is away. And it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I'd take that.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
All right. So we will be keeping that. And I will be handling the questions in this round. Gentlemen, just remember hands. Thomas, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, your first question in the MCU. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what city does the fire elemental attack in?
Prague.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Captain America Civil War, in Lagos, a thug uses what vehicle as a battering ram?
A garbage truck.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Age of Ultron, while in Korea, Cap loses his shield while fighting with Ultron. Who retrieves it for him?
Black Widow.
That's correct for another 2 points.
I'm always picking up after you boys.
Your next question, question number 4. What business's human resource department does Maria Hill join at the end of Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Stark Industries.
That's correct for 2 points and the tie game. Thomas, your last question for the chance to take the lead. In Thor, what item of Darcy's did S.H.I.E.L.D. take that she was upset about?
Oh, iPod.
That is correct for 2 points. Wow, Thomas also clearing the board through that round, 18-16 as we get into round number 3. Gentlemen, round number 3 works like this. We are going to present another wheel to you. This wheel has only 6 categories on it, each with 3 questions, a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You will spin the wheel 3 times, getting a question of each point value. If you get it right, you will get those points. We will stay with the competitor who is behind until they take the lead over their opponent. Keep in mind, gentlemen, you are awarded 1 respin in this round, but if you respin on your 3, you cannot respin on the 5. And every category is eligible to be used more than once as long as it is in a different point value. So, Eli, since you are behind, we will be starting with you. Gentlemen, your round 3 categories for this evening, and the spin's already away, so whatever it lands on, it's going to be. I'm sorry, Eli, because that just happened. But the categories are MCU, DC, Middle-earth, Wizarding World, Marvel, and Star Trek. Eli, your 2-pointer spin was MCU. Would you like to use your spin or keep it?
I'm keeping it.
All right, keeping it, and I will take Eli's questions for this one. And here we go. Eli, for 2 points to tie the game. Name 2 people who come to Tony's side after he snaps with the Infinity Stones in an Endgame.
2 people that come to his side are War Machine and Spider-Man.
Both acceptable answers. That is correct for 2 points. Other acceptable answer was Pepper Potts. But that only ties the game, so we will stay with Eli as we bring back up the wheel. Eli, this is for your 3-pointer. All categories are eligible. And this time it lands on non-MCU Marvel. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I'll keep it.
All right, keeping that. And here we go. Eli to take the lead. 3 points in the category of Marvel. What is the profession of Anne, Michelle Williams' character in Venom?
She's a lawyer.
That is correct for 3 points and the lead. So with that, Eli puts now on to Thomas. We bring in Caleb and bring back up the wheel. Thomas, this will be your 2-pointer spin. MCU is the only category not eligible. The spin is away. Lands on Star Trek. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I will.
Yeah.
Keep it? All right.
Yep.
And Jay, as soon as you see Caleb drop away, you can ask the question.
All right, Thomas, your 2-point question in Star Trek. What type of sea creature could respond to the probe's message in Star Trek The Voyage Home?
Do you want the general answer or the more specific answer?
We could take a general answer.
Whales.
That's correct for 2 points.
I didn't write it. I didn't want to.
It's cool. No, because it's either whale
All good.
or I would have said
Hey,
humpback.
I'm the guy who always asks how specific you want to be, so you never have to apologize to me. So with that, Scully does come within 1 of Eli, so it is still his spin. We'll bring Caleb back in as we bring back up the wheel. Gentlemen, for this spin, Marvel is the only ineligible category as the spin is away.
Perfect.
It lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I will keep it.
All right. And Jay saying his last time, whenever you're ready.
All right, Thomas, your 3-point question in the MCU. What was the name of the project involving helicarriers and targeting satellites in the Winter Soldier?
Project Insight.
That's correct for 3 points and the lead. So it does come to this. We are now going back to Eli for his 5-pointer. If he hits it, he will force Thomas Scully to answer his 5-pointer. If he misses, Thomas Scully will win this match and move on in the tournament. So we bring back up the wheel one more time for Mr. Eli. Eli, do keep in mind you still have your respin available to you as the spin is away. And once again, it lands in the MCU. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I'll keep it.
All right, he is keeping it. And we will get to it. All right, Eli. Keep in mind, Eli, you do still also have all your repeats left for 5 points for the lead. The category of MCU. What was the name of the prisoner who punches Scott as a goodbye ritual in Ant-Man? Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. As your first repeat. What was the name of the prisoner who punches Scott as a goodbye ritual in Ant-Man? Five, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. Second repeat. What was the name of the prisoner who punches Scott as a goodbye ritual in Ant-Man?
Congrats, Scully. Maurice.
And your winner, Thomas Scully.
Good job, buddy.
We're looking for Peachy. Peachy was the answer we were looking for. Let's go ahead and talk to these gentlemen real quick after a great close match. Eli, man, you took it all the way, man. You had him tied at the end of round 1, only down by 2 after round 2, man. It's just, those 5-pointers, sometimes they can get you, but you put on a hell of a show, man. How are you feeling?
I mean, am I upset that I'm not advancing into the tournament? Yes. Am I upset that I am locked into next year's roster? No. Am I upset that there are a few questions there where I went to multiple choice, mainly just one, that I knew the answer to? A little. Am I upset that I didn't properly hear any of some of the questions? A little. But in the end, that doesn't matter because I was able to put on a great performance, as you said, a great showing. And I know Caleb Coho is going to come on here and said, Eli, I told you, I proved it to you. I'm the wall. I'm your brick wall. You're not going to get past me. I know he's going to do that. And I know he's going to run his mouth. I know Scully's most likely, maybe less so than Coho, but Scully will run their mouths about how they were able to beat me. But ultimately, in the end, sure, I lost. But I'm going to come back next year. And when I come back next year, I'm going to make sure what people normally see me in this record that I have, it's not going to be the same. Because in the end, I'm going to improve. I'm going to be better. And who knows, maybe next season, since Nico's finally on the roster, I can go up against Nico and shut him up. Because every single time I've gone up against Nico, doesn't matter at all what his mental knowledge is in Geek, I've always shut him up. and I'm going to keep on shutting him up because he's not as good as me. And that's plain and simple.
Well, Eli, I do actually have a little good news for you.
Really?
Your mic came on. Yeah.
Yeah, it came undone. I apologize about that. But Eli, like I said, I do have a little bit of good news for you. Because of the record you stand at, and because Nico does need to prove himself coming in with that 2-0 record, you will be his first official match in Full Metal Geek next season.
Ah, that's glorious. And when Nico gets in the ring with me and he's going to try his hardest, he's going to be like, Eli, I didn't mean to respect you. I was just stating what I saw, and I am just being impartial. And he's going to move his hands and he's going to hold his board from the distance like this. Look, Eli, I was just doing what I was asked to do. And that's all he's going to do. And I'm just going to look him in the eyes and say, Nico, shut up. I don't care. Get ready for pain. And Nico, I hope you're watching. I'm looking right at my camera right now. Nico, I hope when you watch this match, you understand how you insulted me, how much anger you put inside of me. Because when I meet you one-on-one next season, when I meet you one-on-one, you're going to wish that you never insulted me, that you never disrespected me, and you're going to wish that you always would have backed my horse. Because in the end, you, in Full Metal Geek, you don't matter. You're never going to be on the same level as Thomas Scully, Tim Bracala, Nick Tuig, David, or any of them. You're never going to be on that level. So get ready for some hurting.
Chills. Literal chills. That's all I got to say about that. But let's go ahead and get on speaking with our winner today. Thomas, fantastic match, dude. I know you got a little tripped up there in round 1, but you came back and got that tied, cleared the board in round 2. I'm sure you probably would have done the same had you been given the 5-pointer, but you did so well that you didn't have to. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, and then the TMNT2 one, that was kind of me just being lazy, not wanting to write, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was like, okay, so should I write the full title? And then by the time we said time's up, I'm like, well, I didn't write Secret of the Use. But it wouldn't have mattered either way. It would have come down to our 5s anyway. Look, Eli has always been a phenomenal player who's just gotten some really rough luck. I mean, he's always gotten to, like, we're talking about a man who had tied Nick Tuig at the end of round 2 of one of his last matches. That's unheard of. So Eli is a much better player than what his record says. But I'm just gonna say one thing. Eli, did you see me as Nico today? Because literally your focus was not at all on me. It was on Nico. Like
yeah, Nico blinders on there.
I get your anger at Nico, but let me just warn you. There's a match coming out soon in opening night trivia where I play Nico. I suggest you watch that match. When you watch that match, you will see how much Nico Suave Rigoli has improved.
I would also just like to say, the goal is belt. We're taking the belt back.
Yeah.
We've beaten Tuig once. We're gonna come do it again. So get ready, Nick, because this tournament's a formality. It's gonna be this dance between Tuig and Scully for the rest of time, and we're completely okay with doing the do-si-do with Tuig for the rest of the time. But Nico, if you're watching, call me because as proven today, I am the wall. So,
all right. Well, like I said, no, you want to get back to the belt. You got a couple more matches to do that. The next one, you will be facing the winner of 2 past number 1 contenders in David Garcia and Sandy the Sandman Robinson. I mean, is there someone you would prefer to take down in this conquest?
I know who Scully wants, but what I want more than anything in this world is for us to do another Star Wars round with David and beat him at his best thing again. The face he made when we took him out on Star Wars was everything. So let's do that in 3 rounds, David. How about that?
And look, David has been somebody who, I have helped sort of get into these leagues, given him advice on entering Full Metal, trained him, helped him study. He's a great player, but he's also kind of been, out of it for a little bit. Just hadn't had many matches on his plate, much like a lot of other competitors do. And as much as I respect Sandy's game, playing Sandy in a round 2 doesn't mean as much as it did last year or 2 years ago. So, David, buddy, hope to see you there. If not, if it's Sandy, that'd be great too. But you know what?
Good luck, Sandy.
Whoever comes out of this needs to know that this is my time. This is my time. For the last 8 months, I have been haunted by the match against Tim, matches against Tuig. Hell, that 5-pointer Ant-Man question, I got that in a team's title match where I missed it and I cost us a team's belt. So guess what? I'm coming hard. All these matches, like Ko said, I'm gonna treat them like the biggest matches of my career. But at the end, they're gonna be a fucking formality.
If it is Sandy, glad to see you again. But this is Mahomes versus Eli Manning. You got no shot. Sorry, buddy.
All right. Well, good job tonight, Thomas. Caleb, we'll see you in your round 2 match. See what's going on. And gentlemen, great job tonight. Jay, any last thoughts of that match?
I didn't know Amanda Waller came in Caucasian. People need to check what they say with their management before they say it, because both of those were somehow overly sexualized outro promos. This was great. And honestly, a 12th seed in a tournament really kind of belies how good of a player Eli is. And the fact that it came down to a 5-point question in this match to determine what's happening really kind of proves that. I'm glad that he doesn't have to test back in. And Scully's Scully, man. He's one of the greatest to play in, Full Metal Geek. So just to see him go on a tear, missing a couple in the first round and then coming through and not missing another question, getting his head back in the right space in rounds 2 and 3 is kind of a sight to behold. It's a scary thing if you have to analyze him as a competitor. But it was a great game from both of them, honestly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what you expect out of a round 2. Round 1, a lot of stuff was on the line, but round 2 is when it starts getting serious. And that's a serious, serious match right there. Both these competitors showing why they made it past round 1. Well, that does it for us here, ladies and gentlemen, at Full Metal Geek. Make sure you do all the nice things for us, like, comment, subscribe, and all those other good things. For everyone here, for Eli, for Caleb Coho, for our winner, Thomas Scully, for my co-host, Mr. Jay Burns, I've been your host, the Red Ranger. We'll see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.